Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Distance Dilemma podcast. My name is Sean Finn. This is my good friend Imran Malik Meyer, and thank you so much for tuning into our podcast. This is a podcast about two mates who are now living in different countries after, spending the last 10 years of our lives being super close mates and hanging out nearly, if not every week, at least once a month or whatever. So, yeah,
Around that. My
it's
name's Imran. He's already said that. But yeah,
thank you
10
for
years
tuning
now.
in.
Thank you
Yeah,
for tuning in.
yeah, 10 years is I think 10 years is like how long we've actually been like friends, but we've known each other a little bit longer than that. Because I don't know, I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think you actually really liked me at all before when we first met.
No,
And
no.
I don't blame
That's
you.
just
I don't blame you because I was a little. I wasn't a little shit. I was just annoying. I was just a fucking. I would have bullied myself. Honestly, I was a wreck in the head.
Just a questionable child, you know. There's always one or two around that age group. You're just like, what are they doing, man?
Yeah, that was like me, 100%. Still am to a certain extent. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's absolutely fair and valid. But I just kind of give less of a shit now. So yeah,
Yeah, who gives a fuck anymore?
But you were saying before we started recording, it was like I can barely remember this. You remember this a lot better than me. But we met when our Maz were playing Gaelic.
Yeah, so like in our local GA club, they had like a Gaelic from Maz, and it was basically like a lot of Maz that have no one else to do on a Thursday evening, and they play like a match once a month.
Yeah,
Basically, they drag all their kids along, and Finn was one of the kids. He used to always wear like long sleeve Didier Drogba jerseys,
I was
and he had
some
like the
slut for a
Jedward
goalkeeper
hair.
jersey. I loved
Oh
goalkeeper
man,
jerseys when I was younger.
you used to have the Peter Check ones as well,
I
like the
yeah, I think
orange
I was like
ones.
the
They were from
only
like
kid in
'08.
Blanche with like a collection of goalkeeper jerseys. Like
Yeah, but they're always sick though. Like the orange one I remember was really cool. I think
I
that's from like the
only
'06, '07.
I only pulled that. It was 2008, and I only pulled that out of a bag. I got a bag dropped over by my nana from my mom's house of like loads of old like just memorabilia, like photos and stuff from when I was a kid, like communion suits and confirmation
Yeah.
bits and blah blah blah. For anybody in the podcast, for any of our audience that don't know, my mother died recently, so that's why I got all that. Yeah, we might as well let the people know. We might as well let the
Just
people
throw
know.
it into the podcast.
Just
That's
throw
the
it in.
guy
Look, we
now.
might as well just rip off the band-aid and let them know. My mother died
Rips in the
last year. I was
chat.
getting
Rips
stuff from our
in the
gaff.
chat.
L's in the chat.
Rips in the chat. Oh god.
And yeah, I got like given a big bag of like all my old jerseys, which I hadn't seen for years, and I was delighted to get now. Like I've been like recollecting all these old jerseys. So like only a few weeks ago, I bought like a 2008 home Chelsea jersey that fits me now. So like the one that was like a small child when I bought it. It doesn't quite fit me now.
Bit of
It
a
wouldn't.
squeeze. Bit of a
It
squeeze.
wouldn't even like most like jerseys I have from when I was like 15. Like they'd be like bras on me now, but this thing wouldn't even be like a bra on me. It'd be even smaller. Like it'd barely get over me tit, you know. And
Put on the dog.
yeah, that's actually a pretty cute idea. That's a really cute idea.
Xena for Champions League night.
Yes, road to
By the way,
glory.
that's the dog in the house for anyone.
Xena
Again,
is my pupper. Well, she's not a pupper. She's
he's a big
a
boy.
lady. She's a lady.
Yeah.
She's a 9. So. But she's still a pupper at heart. She's got the energy
Yeah,
pupper.
yeah.
Imran, you didn't meet her. You met her before, but he got to know her personality. Like, you had her first date a few weeks ago when Imran was home for Christmas.
She's cute. I'll give her that.
She is
She's a cute ass dog.
some man for one man, is what I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. She grew under the woman title, you know.
Yeah. Have you heard the story of her jumping out the Heartstown window?
Many times, but tell me again.
Let's, for the sake of the podcast, let's tell
For the
this
sake
story.
of the podcast, guys, let's like find out now.
So we were staying in my grandmother's house because my grandmother was away and we are house sitting. And so this is me and my partner Simone. We were house sitting and we were like, right, let's bring the dog over here. Grant brought the dog over and we were downstairs with two of our friends, Adam and Kelsey. And we just went, geez, I haven't seen the dog for a while. Where's the dog after going? And all right, Grant, another 10 minutes went by and then we literally just said like, you need to find where the dog is. Like, we haven't seen her because she's usually such a clingy dog that's like around people and like wants all the attention and
Yeah.
stuff. And a knock on the door came, and a woman like just gone, hey, so your dog just have to jump at the top window of your house. So Xena had basically gotten onto our bed, saw the top window was open, and what Simone thinks happened was there was a cat or something, and she just jumped out at it. And she fell off, like, not the roof of the house, but like pretty close to the roof. Like, we're talking like second story, bam, and we didn't get to see it. Poor Simone was in hysterics over it, as we were all. It's quite a funny thing to talk back on now, but yeah. So,
And if you see how high it is from the bottom as well,
it's not.
it makes you laugh every time.
It's not a bungalow. Like it's a tall enough gaff. Like it's.
I'm just imagine though, like anyone walking past, just looking up and being like, "What the hell?"
There was apparently a guy, like a black guy across the road, and he thought the dog was like going for him because you know the way some dogs are like that. You know, a bit of subtle racism in the dog. So he thought like the dog was going for him, but Simone's more convinced that was a cat that had like walked by the top of the, like you know the way cats get up into like the roof of the house, not the roof, or like that kind of like porch sort of area. You know, that's what we think happened. But yeah, funny story to tell now. But
cute a suicide attempt at it. Xena just
she didn't get her treats that day. It was a rough it was a rough one. They had none in stock left in Aldi, so she didn't get a treat for like 18 hours or something like that. But anyway, back to the jersey.
Yes, the jersey.
It's like my nana dropped over this like big bag of stuff, and I pulled out and I got to like go through all my old jerseys again, which was like so class. And I was like, I wish I could still wear these. Obviously, they don't fit me because they're from like when I was like, I think they range from when I was like 7 to like 15. So even if I wasn't large around the waist side, you know, we'd be struggling to get in them just for the old physics sort of end of it, like, you know, not physics, the old biology, like, you know, you start growing and you start moving on up in the world, for lack of a better term, like, you know.
The tandem you were going on there was great.
Oh man,
he was trying so hard to push the biology push.
I fucked that.
That's something I'm really looking forward to putting in the office though. I'm like hoping to get like a rail and like get all the United jerseys from like the year I was born. And like, I don't know if I want to get like the home jerseys, but I think I might get like my favorite jersey from each year with like my favorite player in the back of it, and then like that'd be kind of cool to have in a room.
I think if I didn't have the guitars on the wall, I'd definitely do something like that. Or like Simone saying like we should like do something on the ceiling, maybe. Or no, sorry, she was saying like frame one, and then I was like, oh, we could put it on the ceiling, but I think it would just be really messy.
You could got like the years won the Champions League, and like you could like put that in the frame and like have the badge on show. That might be cool. Like have Drogba or Lampard or something.
I had to vacuum seal them all up. So they're up there, like, you know. But it's like because you know, like I really want to like have them out and be like, oh, I'd like to just take out and look at every once in a while. But it's like space, as you know, after moving to a place yourself, space management is key when you get your own place. Like it's mad.
For real. For real.
Like this thing, I was like wrecking my head when we first moved here. That I was like, I was hating that stuff was just like not organized. It was wrecking my head, like, you know, like it just like in random boxes and like not properly sorted. Like honestly, I've never been as emotional as when I got this like bookshelf that's behind me. I'll show the guys in the podcast. There's a bookshelf behind me there that has like all my files and like, you know, organization stuff. And I nearly cried when I got it because it just made me happy that shit was in its place.
Even when we first moved to Switzerland, I was telling Finn this before, we had ordered a bed. When we first moved in, we were just on like a blow-up mattress, and then the bed came, and the ground were buzzing because we had the mattress and everything, and we built the bed up, and then we realised, where's the slabs? There's no slabs. So here in Switzerland, you've got to order the slabs separately, which to me makes no sense. So for like 2 weeks, we slept on the mattress beside the bed. It was kind of like we're just sitting back like that, looking at the bed frame where we could be sleeping. It's just the pain.
It's like one day, we'll get there one day.
Oh, that day was beautiful.
I never told you about our fridge last week. So I showed you the photo of the fridge that we were getting when you were over here. But so the fridge arrived on like the 3rd or 4th of January into the shop because we'd get it ordered from Germany. And we were getting it sent out. And so on Saturday, the fridge came and it didn't fit through the front door.
What did you do?
We had to send it back. Couldn't get it in the house.
Oh, it didn't fit?
No. So the problem was, right, it would fit through.
Was it?
Big. It was. I don't know the exact measurements off the top of my head, like, but like, I purposely gets in the big American fridge freezer. Like, I knew it was gonna be like, you know, we knew it was gonna struggle to get in. So we measured it and we're like, oh yeah, it gets through the door frame, that's fine. But what we didn't take into account was behind our front door, like when you open it up, the radiator is behind it, so it doesn't fully open. So the radiator stops it like kind of swinging out. So it's always kind of like at an inward angle. and then also the door handle on the door was stopping it coming through, and we like the poor lads from Harvey Norman were like, I was like, can we put it on the floor and like try and like slide it along the floor instead, like like on its side, like try and slide it, but even at that it was too tall on its side, like it was above the door handle, so we couldn't even do that. So yeah, I had to kiss my fridge goodbye. Well, what we have to do is we have to get it delivered again and have somebody take our front door off, bring it into the kitchen, and then put the front door back on the gaff.
So when you leave that fridge, they ain't leaving it.
No. If we ever leave this house, like that's a welcome welcome present from new folks in the gaff. Like
it's, I'm just imagining the delivery driver just trying to just shove.
There were two young fellas, like they were not, the two of them weren't any older than 20, like so like, and I'm useless with DIY and this sort of stuff, so like I was just as bad at going, wouldn't know, like
Jeez, God bless the fridge.
Oh,
I was thinking you might have to put the fridge back in Betsy and bring Betsy all the way down.
No. Genuinely, I'm not. I think I think the fridge is probably a bit bigger than Betsy in terms of like the inside of the car. Like Betsy's my car, tiny. By the way. Betsy,
which was my car.
Yeah. Originally. So when Imran moved, I bought his car off him. So
pass it down. Keep her in the family and everything.
Keep it in the family, and I had it for less than a month, and I fucking crashed it. So
I was waiting for that. I wanted to say that.
How did you feel when I told you about that? Because I remember specifically sending you. I had to send you a voice message because I was like, if I just tell him I'm after crashing the car, he's going to flip.
I was a little bit heartbroken. I thought I'd have to go to like the hospital, the car hospital, aka the garage, and just cry out the window, being like, she's gone.
No, I genuinely.
You crashed her again, did you?
No. No.
It's like he's got more bad news now.
It's bad news, but it's not like detrimental. She just failed the NCT 2 weeks ago. That's all.
Oh shit! What was it?
It was man. To be fair, like it wasn't that major. It was like the two front tires. They were like, "Oh, you need to change those." And from when I did crash the car, the front right hand side light was like off angle or something like that, so it wasn't compliant with road standard, like
you can actually do that yourself.
Yeah, so I just keep meeting. There's literally a garage around the corner from my house, like a stone throw. You might have seen it when you were coming by. And I just need to bring it around there. Like it's one of those things. Like I don't think it's going to cost more than £100 to fix, and then just bring it back up to the NCT.
There's also a place I have down in Blanche. I can give you the name of it. Sorry, guys, for everyone on the podcast. This is really boring talk about wheels.
Your wheel.
Yeah.
We'll just DM that one after.
Yeah. Let's everyone know. Actually, we're starting a wheel channel.
Yeah. All right, but so back to what age were we when that guy thing? I'm thinking I was like 9 or 10, and we're only a few days.
2000. I moved up from Cavan to Dublin in 2008, so my mom probably would have joined in. I think it was like 2010, probably 2010. So I would have been about nine or 10 at the time. But we didn't really talk. Like we just played football.
I don't even remember that. I don't remember. I can remember like one or two lads from that. One of them being one of my dad's close friends' sons, and then I think I can remember like a couple of lads from the years ahead of us being there as well. Nobody who was in our year, but like I'll be honest, I don't remember you being there whatsoever.
yeah. I mean, like it's hard to miss the Packy kid,
You're not brown enough.
No, not brown enough.
You've been sun kissed by Cavan.
Yeah. Didn't get that light skin active mode yet. It's coming one day.
Yeah, dark mode's not been activated yet.
Not in the iOS download,
No.
But then the second year, I think it was the next time we kind of.
The first time I properly remember meeting you was like when we went to Paris. Like that's when I think, this is when I started like chatting to Imran, and then like it kind of like just like spiraled from that after that in second year. So we went on a school trip to Paris in second year. That makes it sound like we went to some really nice school. It was definitely like group booking discount sort of territory,
Yeah. Like your local area school where you're forced to go there.
Were you one of the people that got food poisoning from lunch?
I actually avoided it, and the reason was because one of my mates. Shout out to Nathan.
I was about to say Nathan. Went the same colour as Shrek.
He got and like this guy went white,
Yeah.
white, and he was basically, I think it was the third day we were being brought to Disneyland, and one of the teachers was just pushing him around the whole time. He was just
Yeah.
like that, Stephen
Yeah,
Hawking in the whole Disneyland.
I was just about to bring up Nathan as well. Like I remember, I
God
don't
bless
think I've
him.
ever seen anybody sicker in my life than Nathan in
Yeah,
Paris after. But to be fair,
yeah.
about like 20 people got food poisoning
I mean,
from
if
that
there's ever a
place.
remake for Casper, he's like first in line, And the funny thing about the room was it was myself and then two other lads and Finn, and we'd only been in the room 30 minutes, and the lads had all clogged the toilet. I had to, and the reason I became friends with Nathan was I had to go into the next door neighbor's room and knock on the door, and, and they were the lads that let me into their room to let me go to the bathroom.
Saints.
Random
I
saints,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk much on that trip though. We kind of talked a little bit, but it wasn't
Like
like
I
we were
said, that
best
was like where we
friends.
like introduced, and then it was like gradually as second year went on, we got because we didn't have any classes together. Like it was only like
No.
kind of bumping in the hall. And it was only in TY where like we really kind of got tight, like because like we hung out a little bit outside of school, but it was more like I was in friend groups and like two friend groups were coming together, and we were like, oh yeah, grand, like because
Mm,
we were like because we had spent that time together, we were like, oh yeah, grand, I know
yeah.
Imran, I'll go over and chat to him. But like it was TY where we became
I'm kind
fairly
of
close.
forgetting though because we were
There's
in
that infamous photos of us in the yard. I'll try and put something here if we
the
clip this up.
photography class.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. They're cold photos, and the video and slow mo video is so cold.
Man, no, it's not. It's not.
I actually think about that all the time.
I think
Sometimes,
that's
like
like I think that's one of like maybe the 10 times in my life I've worn a pair of tracksuit bottoms.
it just screams Wayne Rooney street striker. Like could have been there, but if it wasn't for the chips.
Yeah, I think that's like the only like proper photo of me in a pair of tracksuit bottoms as well. Because like
Yeah,
I
I can't remember the last time I've seen you in a pair of tracks like
yeah,
ever.
there's a bit of Finn lore for anybody out there that doesn't know that I just don't wear tracksuit bottoms. Don't like them.
It's a fashion
Don't
statement.
find
It's
them.
a
It's a
fashion
fact.
statement.
I just find jeans. I find jeans really comfortable. Like that's just it. I like them. They're comfy. They're great because you can wear them working. You can wear them going to something kind of semi-formal. Obviously, like you're not wearing jeans to like a wedding or
Yeah.
like Debs or something like that. Like but like it's like you can wear it going to like business casual things. Like they kind of just fit all occasions. Like So
Yeah,
I
it's a
love.
bit like Mario, just like the one suit the whole time. The
Yeah.
same pair of jeans until they rip.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like all I wear is like jeans and band t. I'm literally in. For anybody that's watching, I'm literally in a band t-shirt and a pair of jeans here. Oh, hold on. Here we go. This is
Well,
pretty
for
much
anyone
all
watching,
like black band.
I have a full on blanket around me.
Is that Nicola's onesie?
Why do I look like a Saudi? Why do I look like a Saudi? Like Saudi fit. Anyway,
You're
sorry.
not doing
Yeah.
stereotypes any favors whatsoever.
No, either you know,
Nah, nah.
You see the black man across the road. I was like, oh, it's all good. 40 out of 40 out of 40 out of. What's it called? But yeah, so second year we were in photography class. That's the only class I can think where we were in. What else? Oh, maths. Maths.
Oh
We used to
yes,
copy off Lee. We used to copy all our answers of Lee, and then the teacher would always like give out to Lee
for
the
giving
whole
it to
time.
us. Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of
for
us
giving
for
it to us.
actually taking
Yeah,
it.
Lee would be fuming. It was like me, you, Dylan, and Lee at the back of the class.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah,
That was maths class. I can't remember the teacher's name,
I
but
think it was TY. I think it was Miss Rowe.
no, Miss Rowe. Yeah,
She's so
but
sound. I've seen her outside of school a couple of times.
shout out to
She's
Miss Rowe. When I was in Dunboyne, when there was a snowstorm, I went to like the Euro Pound shop. Was the only place open, and the teacher, person in front of me was Miss Rowe. She lives in
legend.
Dunboyne. Shout out to Miss Rowe.
I served her in one or two of my jobs. Like I served her in
She's on.
Harvey's once, and I served her in like Offbeat or Crispy or something like that. But that's it. She was
You,
my tutor for first and third year.
oh, I didn't know that. She's one of them like teachers like are just like they're just this, they're not don't try to act different. They're just the
No,
same
they're just
person
yeah,
all
just
the way
dead
through.
sound.
I don't try to put on a pride or whatever.
Nah.
What happened after that though? Like TY is like kind of blur. I remember me, you, and Mango did the football tournament.
Is that photo of his reel was the football tournament? Jack
Yeah,
Clinton was there as well, wasn't he?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think he was in the
Yeah.
four of us as well. I think he was our fourth.
Oh, do you remember doing a scrap at that?
No,
There
Was
was.
there something?
I'm convinced there was like some other. I don't think I don't think it was like us scrapping with somebody like, but I think like a scrap started between like a team that we had just played. They went on to the next pitch or something like that, and then I just remember like we turned our backs and then like all hell started breaking loose.
I don't remember. I have no recognition. All I remember that was me and Mango, just like trying to like beat every team. I think we lost like
I
eight
think we
games
lost
and
every
won
game.
one.
Yeah, like
Yeah, we
I
won
think we
like
won the
one
first
game.
game. We thought we were hot shit, and then just lost every other game.
Yeah, but all the other lads were like pulled up and like Nike sets and like had the proper boots and all. We're like in a pair of tracksuit bottoms or pair of runners, like
We're still like in our like slacks, ready to go back to class. Like just get
literally
whacking Ireland top on top of you.
get the bar and dance to go.
Man, ballroom dancing class.
All right, lads, pause in the group chat. Ballroom dancing is beautiful.
It's dead.
Beautiful. It is so good. I stand by that. Hand on her.
The thing is, like, I hear people all the time like talk about TY, but TY generally was one of the best things I ever did. Like, do you regret doing
All
TY?
my mates, no, all my mates that I'm still friends with now are all from TY. It's
Exactly.
like if you want a year to like make mates and have a laugh, like like let's be honest, it's a DOS year. You do nothing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Like you do
100%.
nothing, 100%, and homework doesn't exist. Like you just
Nah,
do
no.
like bare minimum, and you're grand. Unless you're like a proper idiot, like it's pretty much impossible to fail TY. I mean
Yeah,
that would be pretty bad if you failed TY. Like that's taking a major L.
yeah, big time. But yeah, I look like generally, and like it's the same with like when we done the PLC as well. Like I was so happy I'd done that instead of just going straight into my degree. Like it was
Yeah,
like because I just like I felt like it's like good to like have a breather, have a bit of a chill year, and then like you're a bit more focused then when you go back into it. You know,
yeah, because
I loved it.
we only like turned 18 as well, so I was probably 19 going into the PLC at the time.
Mm.
So and it was funny enough because I didn't actually know you were going to go to the PLC at the same time. It just
Yeah,
kind of ended up because I picked last minute. I was meant to go to ITV to do sports science, and then I swapped last second, and I said I'll do what my mum did in college. My mum,
your
my
mum.
mum, eh? My mum, eh?
That's not
But see,
very
if I said ma,
Pakistani of you.
if I said, but if I said ma, my mom would actually kill me. She's one of them. She's one of them mothers, like just
Yeah,
fucking kill you for saying ma. But yeah. So I didn't think I'd go to the PLC in the end, but the PLC was such a good crack, and
yeah.
that's where we discovered, and we will definitely talk
Oh,
about this.
the
You know,
goat,
you know
the
what I'm talking
goat,
about.
lads! Best breakfast
Sweet,
roll in the
sweet fun.
country, right?
Hands down, hands
Hands
down.
down.
Anyone that tells me different, I'll actually come back to Ireland and drive them there to taste it.
Yeah, for sure. You can borrow Betsy
Like in
in
borrow Betsy, and
her
if
mangled up
she's not,
state.
yeah, if she's not crashed, yeah, and she passes her NCT.
Can I just say the car wasn't written off her Anne? I just want to make that clear. Like I scraped one of our mates' gates coming out, and the bumper popped out of place a little bit. It's fine. Like I still have Betsy in the garden. She's on the opposite side of the wall that I'm
Full of
talking to you
holes
from.
in the
She's
car.
fully operational. There's just a very small scrape and maybe a bit of a dent. But we don't talk about that, right?
Yeah, and the speaker only works on one side of the car.
But that I inherited that.
Any bass song is just like rah, rah.
And there's the Christmas CD as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. When I bought the car, there was like a Christmas CD, and like randomly I pressed like the CD button one day just because it was messing around with the car, and then Jingle Bells started playing. I was like, what the hell?
Well, so we're starting to run a joke that every time the car is sold, the Christmas CD has to stay in it.
Yeah,
So
no,
like,
it has to. Just keep it
yeah,
in the car the whole way
like
through.
for sure, I'm gonna sell this to somebody and they're gonna go, yeah, fuck off, not happening. Like but
Yeah,
it's the hope, you know. If you don't have hope, what
yeah.
do you have? Like, you know.
A Jewish family's gonna buy it next. Let's figure out number. We should do like a stereotype countdown. It's like 1, 2, 3.
But yeah,
Uh,
back to the goat, right? The crusty corner. I don't even. Look, this is how great the crusty corner is, folks. Honestly, if they want to sponsor us, if they want it endorsed, if they want to just send us free breakfast rolls, well, send me free breakfast rolls. But I can't really send them to Imran. Or like, this we like dehydrate them, freeze them, ship them over to.
I mean,
to
I'm down.
Switzerland.
I'll still eat them, no problem.
Yeah, but I'm not the biggest breakfast roll fan. I don't mind the breakfast roll, but I'd never like. I really have to be in the mood for a breakfast roll. Like I'm more of a chicken roll, chicken wrap sort of territory type of guy. Like,
mm.
I find breakfast rolls are too heavy and too greasy, and when you get a bad breakfast
They are
roll,
heavy. That's
you're
the
retting
thing
it for
about
about two
Crusty
days.
though. That's the thing about Crusty. They're not greasy. They're
It's
like
like
I don't know how to explain it. I don't
it's
know how
like
to
they've
explain
air
it.
fried the fucker. I swear,
Yeah,
like the whole
genuinely
thing,
different.
like. Because
Yeah.
even the egg,
Oh,
like it's not too like it's just perfect. It's just spot on. And anybody who says otherwise, you just haven't tried it. And if you have tried it and you don't accept it, you're just a hater, right? And you just need
if
to
you
cop onto yourself.
if you ask two of my mates from college, when I first got my car, the first place I brought them was Crusty, and every Thursday I used to drive them there. And I remember the first time sitting in my car, the first time they tried it, and they looked at me and they were like, "Oh my God,
Oh my
oh
days, yeah,
my God, oh
for
my
sure.
God."
If
That's how
anybody
good it is.
from the Crusty Corner in Dunboyne wants to reach out and wants to do any sort of
If
content,
anything,
anything
I'm
at
so
all,
down.
do that we can never do for you. If you want us to if you want us to mind the kids the weekend, we'll do it for you.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
what you do is just magical stuff. Fair play to you.
Even like even they even do curries and everything, pastries. The two
I've
ladies behind the
genuinely
bar,
never
XM
had anything out of
Deli.
that place that isn't fucking deadly. Like the chicken rolls are
Even
brilliant, the salads are brilliant, like and it's like
the
it's all like
jambons,
the
sausage
jambons are great.
rolls, the sandwiches are. I actually got a sandwich once,
I've not got a
just
sandwich
because I
over
wasn't.
there.
I got stuffing sandwich once. Beautiful chicken stuffing sandwich.
Like a sandwich with just
Beautiful.
stuffing on it.
No, no, that's crazy. But just
This is
stuffing, chicken. I forget what else. I had
like when you
cranberry
said
sauce
it's
on
stuffing
it. Yeah,
sandwich, so I was just thinking like bread, mayo, stuffing,
pause.
and like putting them in there like that.
Pause. Yeah, no. But yeah, shout out to Kirsty.
Yeah, big time. And like I'm saying this, Jer's Deli is like a 10-minute walk away from my gaff. Less than
Mm.
5 minutes. I say less than five in the car because traffic on
That
Ballyfermot
was the
Road
one we
is
went
no
to,
joke.
wasn't it? That
Yeah,
was when you brought me
it
to.
was one of the ones we went to after my gig,
It's
like
not
just
bad.
before you moved away. It's greasy.
It's not great. It's not great. It's not
It's not
great.
great. It's not like it's one of those ones where like
Yeah.
it's not far from my house. If I'm driving down Ballyfermot Road, I'd be like, "Ugh,
Mm.
okay, I might go in and get one. The sausage rolls there are pretty good, but it's not one I would like. I see people driving like far and wide for this.
Bit like they're a bit like Spurs. You know what I mean? Like they're okay. You
Yeah.
know, like they're pretty bad, but they're not great at all. So they're just kind of yeah,
Mm.
they're okay. Like,
Yeah, I have actually. I have a theory. Speaking of this kind of like middle ground stuff, right? I'm gonna bring the topic over to chocolate. Oh, sorry. Siri is just after popping up and being like, "Oh, I found all this for you," and I'm like,
oh, I had the
"Sorry."
same thing. Siri was just like, "Hello, do you want a deli?"
What the hell? Sorry, that's had to really throw me off. But yeah, I have this theory about chocolate bars, right? As a man of my size, right, you should trust me on my thoughts and opinions on chocolate bars. Like I'm a man with a wealth of experience in this department, right? I have a theory that this is not my favorite chocolate bar, but I think the best chocolate bar around is a Kit Kat, right? And hear me out
Yeah,
on this, right?
up
Kit
there.
Kat's not my favourite chocolate bar. It's not even in my top five favourite chocolate bars, but I feel Kit Kat is like the chocolate bar that when you're offered it, it's the only one that you'll never really say no to. Like, and as much as I love a good plain old dairy milk, that's up there as well. It's probably second, but I feel like Kit Kat is like non-dismissive in any situation. Having a great day, have a Kit Kat. Having a shit
Take a
day,
break.
you'll have a Kit Kat. Like, if you're having a shit day, you don't particularly want a Cadbury's Dairy Milk. You don't feel up to it. You don't feel you deserved it. But I feel a Kit Kat, it will fill that gap. It's chocolatey enough. It's got a bit of a crunch to it, like a biscuit. It's a great dipper in tea, but you don't need to. There's some chocolate bars that are only nice with a cup of tea. You know?
That is true. And this is very controversial. And I'm like being Irish, a lot of people are going to disagree with me here. I think Dairy Milk is one of the most overrated chocolate bars ever. Dairy
Cop
Milk
on.
and Teo. Dairy Milk, I'm coming out. Like, put this fake mask over my face right now. Dairy Milk and Teo Crisps are the two most overrated things in Ireland. And
I'm
I stand on business. I'm
I
standing on
disagree. I
business.
disagree with you on that. I do. I respect the cultural heritage of both of those items.
Kit Kat and King Crisps will take over that all day. You cannot tell me that King Crisp is not better than Teo.
Nah, man,
That's
Tato's
like
better.
that's
Well, to
not
be fair, they're made in the same factory, I think.
poll. Make a poll right now.
Right, okay, we're getting a poll going. Instagram
There's a
story.
poll
No,
go
where we do a
Instagram.
poll. We have an email as well, by the way, thedistancedilemma@gmail.com. If anybody wants to email us in questions or suggestions or anything like that, thedistancedilemma@gmail.com. I think if I if I got that wrong, fuck. But yeah, if anybody wants to chime in on this as well, we'll like open up phone lines. Like, and we're gonna go to Catherine over in Monaghan. Catherine, what are your thoughts? It'd be like the phone show back in the day on FM 104.
Get that trash off the radio.
Do you know what? Right, I went through like a phase like 2 years ago where I was listening to that Adrian and Jeremy podcast, and like, man, some of the people, like, nothing against Adrian and Jeremy, fair play, but like some of the shit people do say on that podcast is mad.
Yeah, it's just out there, crazy stuff.
Out there, like. But yeah, I don't agree with your assessment on Tato. And I love a dairy milk. Like, I do love a dairy. But what I'm saying on my theory about this is that you kind of need to be in a good mood for a dairy milk, like, you know.
There's going to be a poll next week on Instagram. I'm saying it now, and I want people's answers.
Right, we'll pull up a poll at some point on our story on Instagram, and we'll have the results next week. Crisps,
and we'll do. We'll just do dairy milk, yes or no. That's what we'll do. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Dairy milk. Yes. No.
Stay tuned for all this shop. Yeah. Stay tuned for all this. You know, really important topics, guys.
This is really this is a podcast. This is like political correspondence podcast, folks.
Yeah. This is the big stuff going on right now in the world. You know.
I can't believe they've given us a podcast. Who's they? Us.
Yeah. Open the dictionary. Us.
We've been talking about doing this for a long time. We're coming up on our last 5 minutes because
many times people have said to us, "You two are the biggest wafflers in the world." And if you don't know Urban Dictionary, I'll tell you what a waffler is. But yeah, we literally talk. That's the problem. Every time we ring each other on the phone or anything, we say we're going to talk for 5-10 minutes, and then it just ends up being like 45 minutes.
I think the best example of that is the time I bought Imran Arctic Monkeys tickets for his birthday as a surprise one year, and I was going up to Belfast the day. So like it basically. I convinced his girlfriend, and also I told Nicola to tell his mum that, oh no, we couldn't get you tickets. We tried because Imran was in work when tickets went on sale, but I had actually gotten him the tickets anyway, so that was fine. And I tried to like tell him the morning, like I was basically getting on a train, so I tried to tell him that morning because the gig was in like 2 weeks, and I was like, he needs to book the day off work. So I tried to ring him and be like, oh hey, I'm surprised, blah blah. But I didn't get through to him because I don't know what you're doing, you're taking a shit or something. I don't know. But anyway, didn't get through to him.
Homework time.
And I got a call back from him like an hour later, and I'm literally in Connolly Station waiting to board a train to Belfast, right? And, oh yeah, grand, and like we just started talking, and all of a sudden we just started talking about the weather, and me and Imran were on the phone for 50 minutes. 50 minutes to an hour we spent on the phone talking about absolutely nothing.
Which tends to be 90% of our conversations anyway.
Yeah, but this is it. You know, it's a.
And that's very beautiful people have to listen to.
Yeah. Did you hear about? Actually, one thing I wanted to say to you this week, while it's still kind of half relevant. Did you hear about this cherry tomato bridge?
No, cherry tomato bridge.
Man. Oh, I'm so happy I get to explain this to you, right? So you're not. So Imran. Another thing to let you guys know about is Imran is not on TikTok, right? He needs to cop on because Imran will send me like 5 Instagram reels a day and be like, I don't want to go on TikTok. It's going to waste my time. When he spends about a good 2 hours a day on Instagram reels, so he's sending me the same stuff just 2 weeks later. You know,
enjoyable content. Though. Let's put that out there.
It is enjoyable content. But
if you're short-term memory
so basically next week Imran's gonna, if I hadn't said this next week, Imran would have gone, did you see this cherry tomato thing? I'm like, Imran, it's gone and all. So basically this is the most stupidly Irish, this is like something out of Father Ted, right? It's like a Father Ted skit. Somebody in Drumcondra at the bridge where the train goes under, there was some cherry tomatoes found there and they just went viral. I'm talking like half a cherry tomato and 2 other cherry tomatoes just there. But it became like a tourist attraction. And people just started coming up and being like, oh my god. And it was like a pilgrimage type of thing. And people just started worshipping the tomatoes. Now, it was all a piss take. Like, it wasn't like nobody was like super serious about it. Like, but it just became this massive. I can't believe you've not heard of this. I'm sure. Has Nicola heard of it?
No, I'm going to ask her after.
You have to say it to her. Please look up after. It's the fun. And then more people just started adding tomatoes to the bridge. So the bridge became full of tomatoes and bottles of ketchup and tins of tomatoes. And then like there was like photos of like bottles like memed up and stuff. And like there was candles being lit. And like there was videos of people. There's like hundreds of people on this bridge in Drumcondra just walking up and like crying because they're looking at the tomatoes.
Why is that the most Irish thing ever?
This is it. This is it. It's like it's just like it sounds like something out of The Office or out of Father Ted or something like that.
Heinz beans, get on that now.
But yeah, somebody the other day knocked it all off and just pushed it onto the train tracks. Not sure if it was the police
Oh,
or if it
what?
was I don't know what. I reckon it was one of the locals that like just got fed up
Oh,
with people. It had a Google Maps thing and all, man.
they should have kept that. That could have been like an actual thing.
I said this morning. I was like, this is either going to become genuinely like a cultural phenomenon and it's going to stay, or
Instead, they kept the
it's going to
core.
get like pulled and it's just going to be like part of Irish folklore. That's up there with
I,
like
I,
Santa and the
I
Salmon
can't wait
Knowledge.
for us. Yeah, I can't wait for us to do this like poll because like I want to have a serious conversation about the poor in Dublin. Like it needs to be talked about. Like because this all happened when I was abroad, and I still haven't seen it yet. I've been home twice and I still haven't seen it yet. Next time
See
I'm
what?
back, I'm
Sorry.
gonna come see it. The portal in O'Connell Street. Is that still there? Yeah.
Oh
Little
yeah,
portal.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
I saw it the other day. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's fine. Like it's going to Google Earth and look at New York. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like it's just pointless. Like
It's not like for the first few things it was pretty rowdy, but you know. All right, Imran, we have to leave it there. We have to wrap up because I've got less than a minute on our Zoom thing now because we are too cheap to pay for a Zoom subscription. We will not be defeated by capitalism. But it's been a
gotta keep on my
pleasure as
toes for the
always.
chicken breast in Switzerland. Pleasure always.
Good to see you,
And
my brother. I love you,
there'll be
and I will
many
speak to
more.
you.
There'll be many
Yeah,
more.
many more shy talks like this to come.
Thanks for listening,
Right.
guys.
Thanks for listening, guys. Love you, brother. I'll see you later, guys.